породила, місяцом й обгородив, а зорою подпаразала, а зорою подпаразала, в доріженьку віпроважав. Ю дорогу кременистою, ю дорогу кременистою, по дівчину хонористой. Їди, сину, в далеку дорогу, їди, сину, в далеку дорогу, ой, по щастя, по добру доль. Да не роби ночлів на дорозі, осінняя нічка темна, нам доріженька треб. Зблудимо, да не втрапимо, зблудимо, да не втрапимо, згубимо, да не найдем, да найдуть є і люди, да найдуть є і люди.
Maniucha and Ksawery, who are from Poland, create music as a way to present that. They focus their music on a particular part of Poland and Ukraine, on this, I don't want to say dying culture, but maybe like a transitioning culture. So sometimes in that setting, it can be thought of as just like, oh, that's just for the village, or these musicians are just in that small space. Let's just keep it like that. These artists are actually taking this music and interpreting it and presenting it for the world right now, which I find incredible. Welcome to Sama, Maniucha and Ksawery. Thanks for being here.
Hi.
Hi,
everyone.
It's a flexible expression. You could do a whole bunch of stuff. You can create your own work. How did you guys go into this particular set of Ukrainian Polonaise music, and how did this come about?
It's a big question because we both came from different musical worlds, genres. I don't know how to describe. But I came from improvised jazz experimental music, and before we met, I had no experience with folk and traditional music. So Maniucha is my personal way, my personal portal to the traditional music, and that's how I started.
I always loved to sing. Actually, whatever. In music school, with the chorus, it could be the church music, it could be the really whatever. I just loved to sing. With the vinyl that my grandparents had, with the tapes that we had in the car. And once I just met people who sang the traditional music in a traditional way, with this no special expression and really powerful voice. And I really felt that I would do everything to try to sing in this way. I was maybe 7 or 8 at the time, but from this moment I started to follow these people, and the people then I knew that they learned this music from musicologists, then the musicologists from the village people. So step by step, I started to go to workshops, summer camps of traditional singing, and then to villages.
Perfect. So it's a journey. And here you guys now coming together. If people start bands, they're like, okay, we're doing something here. But what made this sticky? Where you go like, no, I'm going to spend time on this thing. What was that story?
For years that I've been learning the traditional techniques of Ukraine, Russian, Lithuanian, Eastern Poland, village music, it was so unfashionable. Also because in Poland, people tend to think that all what's cool is rather west than east. Mm-hmm. And very few people really learn or understand Russian, Ukrainian. Also because it's the music of peasants. And in Polish tradition, peasants are seen as the lowest class. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so doing traditional music is from East especially, it was really something no cool when I was starting that.
What is the essence of the music that makes it last?
The songs are about life. It's often about woman's life, about feeling emotions. For example, the emotion when the last song that you heard, when you give birth to a child and suddenly the boy is ready to go to the world and you have to say bye to him and he should look for his own faith. So these are very universal situations of missing something, of some sorrow, of missing your father, for example. The other song is that it's a wedding day, and father, wake up from your grave, because the orchestra is already playing on the wedding of your daughter. So the father says, oh, I really wish I could, but I'm already, my eyes are closed and forever, and let's, like, your sisters and brothers will help you and the God will help you. Let's be blessed by God.
We're gonna do something live, so let's have it if we can.
So that's gonna be a Christmas carol from Eastern Polish village. Ja też witam swego Pana, Króla królów i hetmana. Czysty żywot stąpił z nieba, wszak odkupu było trzeba. We stajni mroźnej mieszkanie sobieś obrał wieczny Panie. Przykre wiatry na cię wieją, wół i osioł parą grzeją. Pójdę ja służyć do Pana, będę bydłu służyć z rana. Będę żłóbku pilnowała, bym jego sługą została. Będę kaszkę z mleczkiem ważyć, będę jajeczniczkę smażyć.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. You talked about Lithuanians, you talked about Ukrainians, you talk about these parts of the world. When I started digging in a little deeper, it was said that these cultures are dying out, or evolving. Speak to that, if you can, a little bit, so people know more what we're addressing here.
I've been traveling for more than 10 years through the villages, mainly Ukrainian Polesie villages. And actually, these are only the oldest dwellers of the villages that know the songs from their lives. So it's not that easy to. You should you really have to look for the songs, knocking from door to door, and this is something that it's really about the past. So it's not something that the villagers would be proud today about.
Really? Why? Because of the same legacy? Or like, why would they not be proud of it?
I think that young people, they want to go to the cities, and they feel that the city is something interesting. Just few old ladies who sing songs. I think that we artists, or we people who love this music, we have to show that it is some treasure.
So this is your record, which is Oi Borom Borom, which is translates as what? What is Oi Borom Borom?
Through the forest.
There's a lot of great pictures, but this is available on Bandcamp right now. You can actually get this. That's a beautiful picture.
And these are the women that I learned the songs from. And there are a lot of
English and Polish.
English, Polish, and Ukrainian.
Okay.
And I invited my friend who's a painter to paint for this book. Mm-hmm. We made a crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted the CD to contain the pictures of the village and the images of
perfect
some art in it.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll put a link to Bandcamp for it. There you guys are. This is beautiful work. I love that picture. Ksawery live, literally, on Sama Sacred Music and Art. Which song are we going to do?
The song Čumak. Stala przygoda sered horoda, zanedba tłumaczeńko, nieupawdaj wierzy. Ojupaw czumak, pod dom leżeć, i kto wiogone spytaje, що в його голи.
That is beautiful. Haunting. How is this music right now being received in Poland?
I think that reception is great. We did a lot of shows. People are very kind and they feel this music because it's not about the knowledge, but it's about a spiritual connection to this music. So I think that people loves this music.
Ksawery, I want to know a little bit about how you got to where you are right now, because you're an improviser working in jazz, now working in folk. You've got an interesting history. How did you come to creating this music with Maniucha? What's your story?
I think the reason is very, very simple, because to be honest, staying in the same position as a musician for me it's so boring. So I would like to explore a lot of different I don't want to
Genres.
say genres. No, I don't like this word, but I mean worlds, because in my opinion, the music it's a one world. Actually, we divided music somehow. I don't know why, because probably we need to name things, but
It's the money.
it is only one music. It's a good music. Playing with Maniucha, it is great adventure. Is it? I don't know. Is it the correct word?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Your journey. Okay, so it's been an evolution for both of you in this whole process. Fascinating.
And we started in the basement where Ksawery used to live in. And the basement had a window, and through the window you could go to the garden. And the first concert that we did, we just climbed out of the window to the garden, and we invited all the neighbors. They brought the something to drink, some food, and we had this little concert in the yard for neighbors.
And this is when? When did that happen?
2014.
This is beautiful. I want to thank Joanna for bringing us together.
Today I'm in the flat of my mom, and she's a writer. She writes about Polish Jewish relationships during the war and just after the war. And these are stories full of harm and pity and actually
Heartbreaking.
yes, and all these bad stories happened in the villages of Eastern Poland. And I have this feeling that some deeply inside me, my journey to the village and looking for this treasure in the village, for this for the beauty there, is also my way to deal with the big history and the history of harm that neighbors would do to neighbors, and to, in a way, abracadabra and to see the other side.
Yeah. We call it alchemy, when you take it and you turn it into something that is actually helping and growing. And I think, that is the power of music. All right, beautiful. Dziękuję bardzo. You two, thank you for sharing your work. Sama is a concert, and we started with the idea of having artists such as yourselves come to Seattle and share your work as we all work together to try to make a better world, if we can. Thank you.